Hello, this is Fluffy Destroyer, and welcome to my channel. Here's the format on how it's going to work. I'm going to give my comments and my impressions on the World of Tank 8.11 update. And at the same time, you'll see footage, gameplay footage. Non-edited footage, which means you might see idiot moves, stupid play, as in, what the hell was he thinking? Kind of gameplay footage. All for the fun while I give my comments and my impressions on the 8.11 update. Some good, some bad changes. So let's start now. Number one, the new Confrontation battle type. It's like a new system that works, but it's not that perfect. Same goes with the Windstorm map. It's a new winter map which is set into a I don't know, like half a city, half forest, I guess. I mean, here's the thing. I've tried for 3 hours, and I've done a dick move just to get that encounter, not the encounter, but the Confrontation battle type and the Windstorm map, and it never worked in 3 hours. What I've done is this. And here, well, here's the thing. First of all, this is the text taken from the website. Like word by word, the probability of playing Confrontation is the same as for Encounter or Assault. I don't know if it's a bug, but that is not true up till now, which is the 13th of February. It's not true. I mean, I've tried for 3 hours and it never worked. Well, for the new battle type, Confrontation, it does work, but only once. And here's how I've done it. Random battle types like the standard one is always enabled. You can't deactivate it, unfortunately. And what I've done is I've disabled Encounter and Assault, and I only wanted to play Confrontation. So I'm stuck with standard as well. It never worked, except for once. And it is open for all vehicle tiers except for Chinese and Japanese, and I didn't try those. It only worked once. This is really weird, because I swear, if I enable everything, I've got a good amount of Encounter and Assault. Like, in 3 hours, let's say I've done 30 matches, minimum of 10 matches. Seriously, but this one, I don't know why. And for Windstorm, I never saw it. 3 hours. Here's the thing. I've click on the tank, click on Standard Battle, open up the loading screen until I saw if it's Confrontation or Standard. Here's the dick move I've done, which I don't do, and I never do that. Well, except for now, only for the test. Press Escape, go back to the hangar, or the garage. Rinse, repeat for 3 hours. I've done this for 3 freaking hours. It never worked. I never got Windstorm. I don't know if it's my bad luck, but still, for 3 hours? Come on. Well, anyways, I can't talk to you about the new Windstorm map, but Tanks and Cities is not recommended if you, I mean, logically speaking, and if you do watch a lot of documentaries, it's going to tell you. Tanks and Cities is not good. I mean, there are some maps that they have cities, and I just absolutely hate cities. Well, especially if you're an artillery, because, well, buildings stop your shell. But anyways, this is not really a complaint, but well, yes, it is for the Confrontation battle type and new Windstorm, but seriously, on how to fix this, this is the way I see it. A priority list, or like a favorite list of the maps and the types of battles you want, like the battle types. For example, I only want, as number one, Confrontation. I don't mind waiting for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. I don't care. I want my match, my maps, and my tanks. Is it possible to give me the power to do that? It is a game after all. It is possible. Everything's there. The code is there. The only thing they have to do is put in a priority list and something of a pop-up that says, like for example, if your priority list says Confrontation first, then Encounter, then Assault, you've waited for 2 minutes and then a pop-up would appear that says, hey, using your tank, Encounter battle is available. Do you want to join or not? So you don't have to wait 2 minutes, but if you want to go with Confrontation only, you have the option to say yes or no. Giving you the option and control would be beneficial both for you But I don't know how it would react with 30,000 people, where sometimes a lot of people don't like Encounter. I'm not sure, but it would be a good thing to try out, like for like a patch or like a week or so. I'm pretty sure it would work. Same thing for the maps. I mean, there's some maps that I hate, depending on what type of tank I'm using. I mean, if you're in a city, let's face it, you're not going to use like an artillery unless you want a challenge. But then again, it's up to people's preference. But having the option would be nice, like a priority list. I'm not saying deactivate completely, just a priority list. But besides that, the group crew operations is something I just wish they had like a very long time ago. I would tell you, like upon beta patch. I mean, at first you got your couple of like your tier 1 or 2 tanks which have 1 or 2 people. And then again, you get the tier 6, 7, or 8 which has 6 crew members. It's not a game now, it's working. So this is really welcome. Send crew to the barracks, retrain the crew for whatever vehicle you want, and return the crew to the vehicle. Very welcome change. There's also another change which is very welcome, the team damage kill system. Before it was not strict at all, and the suspension would be very strict as well. This time it goes the other way around. The first suspension is supposed to be reduced to 1 hour. Don't ask me why, but I've been a troll before, and I've been banned from chat only. It didn't piss me off. It really made me laugh for a very long time. It can happen, so it's still possible to be banned from chat. You don't have the ability to chat, yeah, and you don't even have the ability to use your voice commands like help or SOS or whatever, those kind of things. But now, if you, like for example, you're at the enemy base and you interrupt an ally by, I don't know, by ramming into him or shooting him, it's a serious infraction. Same thing goes for a module on like on an ally tank if you damage it, like by ramming or just hitting it with your gun. Same thing if you kill another tank. It goes for a serious infraction. Given enough penalty points or serious infractions, and you might get suspended. First one is not bad, but after the first one, oh my god, you're going to get it. Yeah, you will get banned, and it did happen to me once, but then again, it's a system at first that when it first came out was really strict. I don't know if it was strict, but I didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident because the guy was just in front of me and I was shooting an ally like an enemy, and then all of a sudden an allied tank just come in front of me and BAM! It was funny at first, but not when I got banned for 24 hours. So it is a good system. It's very welcome. I think this should decrease the amount of ramming and the amount of I would say what, penalty points, team damage. I love it. I really do. And also what they've done is they've changed a lot of things on the map. For example, like the Himmelsdorf map is they've given a winter theme version. There's also another map. Well, it's on the video, but anyways, all of these, just go look at the release notes. I don't have anything bad to say because, I mean, it's been a couple of hours, or I would say hours, like a day or so. But to tell you the truth, if there's a map that, like most of the changes I've seen, like big changes, they tried to remove camping points. There's one map in particular which I really, let's see here, what's the name of the map? Ah, yes, it's the Red Shire. There's supposed to be a hill in the middle of the map on, well, on the north side of the map. This time, they removed the hill. They've changed it in a way that you can't camp there anymore. There's less bushes in a lot of maps. So, things that are really welcomed for me, it is. I mean, like, try to remove camping points. It'll be a welcome change to me. Because there's a lot of times in this game for, I don't know what, well, it is obvious they don't want to die, but people are just camping way too much. But besides those, you got other bug fixes and changes, which like the list is way too big. But what I can tell you from experience is that if a company releases a patch with a crap load of bug fixes and changes, they're risking a lot here. I really hope it goes well, but from what I've seen from experience, it's very risky, and sometimes it really didn't go that well. Because the patches are done in a controlled environment. Release it to 30,000 people server. Uh, the patches you've done, like the changes you've done, might react differently. But besides that, there's also the changes to vehicles characteristics, which I'm not going to go in details, but because these are up to preference if you do like them, and some people don't, some people do. But I see this as a good change, but this is my interpretation of the changes from what I've seen on those tanks. And lastly, the vehicle profitability change. Oh my god, I can't speak tonight. The vehicle profitability. You get more cash when you do your profit. You get more profit. So it did increase from 5 to 10%. So what I've seen is lastly, well, not lastly, but I would say in the last couple of patches, can't tell you when exactly, but when you got a tier 6 tank and up, your profit decrease. And when you do a crappy map, like a match, and let's say you've shot way too much, you've got a lot of damage, and you've killed almost nothing, and you didn't hit nothing, chances are you're going to pay for that match. It might decrease. Well, you got a 10% increase or 5% increase depending on the tank that you have. So this is a very welcome change. Besides that, I've noticed something that's really odd. I don't know if it's me, but I didn't change my graphic settings for a very long time. But I notice right now that when you shoot a tank, and let's say you bounce, I can actually see the bounce effect on the tank. I didn't see that before, but now I do. Like, at one time, I did shoot a tank and did a bounce, and I saw the sparkling effect of the bullet and the actual shell bouncing off the tank, which was really good. I was really impressed by this. Well, there's also another thing called the changes to the matchmaking system. The way it works right now, well, as of this patch, I mean, there's a maximum spread of tier 2, of 2 tiers, and they're going to enforce it, or they're supposed to be enforcing it. What I've seen is something very odd. I don't know if it's a intended gameplay, or if it's only a bug or something. I'm not really sure, but I was in my Tiger 2, and for some reason, I don't know why, but I did see like a tier 4 tank. From the feedback I got, they said that it's a scout, it's normal. But the thing is, there are some scouts that are higher than tier 6, which can be used in tier 8 matches. So I'm not really sure about this, but still, the thing which I really hate is that they removed the battle tier 12 matches. Frankly, they shouldn't have done this. Here's the thing, or my impression on this, is that I'm only going to work with numbers here, so I might totally be wrong with this. On one side, do we have enough players working as a tier 10? I don't know. It might be the reason why they removed it, because if there's not enough and you're waiting way too much, it might be the reason why it never works. Like they don't have enough matches and they're getting pissed because it never works. So that might be the reason why. But by removing the battle tier 12 matches, the thing is, you're putting more numbers, more tier 10 tanks in lower tiers. Like if you're like in a tier 8 tank, like a Tiger 2 for example, you might get tier 10 tanks. Personally, I don't like this. Sometimes I want, because I'm working for profit, I'm working for experience, and other times I just want to play with a friend and have fun. I don't want to face tier 10. Like for me, it's a pain. I mean, let's face it, the Tiger 2 is not really good. If it's not sniping, it's really not good. I mean, I'm only saying this really fast, but sometimes Wow, a lot of tanks just don't work great against tier 10. Anyway, personally, I wish they didn't remove it, but I do understand why they would remove it. Well, why they did remove it. Well, anyways, my name's Fluffy Destroyer. Thank you for watching my video. If you did like it, just click subscribe, like, and comment in the section below. So, see you next time.